Welcome back to Tonight on Breaking. I'm your host, John Iwodi. Here are some of the events that happened this week. So the Federal Executive Council had a groundbreaking moment on Monday. They approved the creation of a Humanitarian and Poverty Alleviation Trust Fund. According to the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Betta Edu, this trust fund is supposed to let the federal government respond to humanitarian crisis. They are aiming to rake in at least $5 billion annually for this trust fund. The minister explained that the funds will be sourced from the federal government, private and international organizations, as well as well-meaning individuals. I mean, kudos to the idea, right? It's a great initiative because it will help the private sector to organize funds for the most vulnerable. But let's be real here. History shows us that when it comes to distributing funds raised like these, it's usually a mission impossible scenario. At most times, these funds never make it into the hands of those in actual needs. But hey, let's try something new this time. Optimism. We are crossing our fingers that this money will actually reach those in need. Fingers crossed so hard they might break. Now on to our favorite soap opera. This week, PDP's Atiku Abubakar and the Labour Party's Peter Obi are in the Supreme Court. As you all know, they are once again challenging the election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. First, they tried their luck in the Presidential Election Court in Abuja, but it didn't go as planned. The court said they didn't provide enough proof for their claims of election shenanigans. So what did they do next? They filed separate appeals to challenge the decision to the Supreme Court, because why not? I must say, Atiku and Peter Obi are the true embodiment of the slogan, never back down, never give up. During the week, the Supreme Court heard all the arguments, reviewed the evidence, and considered the legal issues presented in the case. But it has reserved its judgment. Why? Because, for dramatic effect. They are building the tension, folks. We all have a hunch of what the judgment might be, but I'm hoping for a plot twist, maybe a surprise ending. In exciting news, Nigeria has successfully pulled off a magic trick. They made an $11 billion penalty disappear. Nigeria has scored a major victory by successfully overturning an $11 billion penalty related to a controversial deal with a company called Process and Industrial Development. Back in 2010, P&ID had a contract with Nigeria to build a gas processing plant. But wait for it, things went south, as they often do in these stories. P&ID claimed Nigeria broke its promise and the deal ended up in court. It's like a messy divorce with billions at stake. Nigeria argued that P&ID won the contract through lies and bribes. Meanwhile, P&ID said they deserved $11 billion because Nigeria didn't hold up its end of the bargain. The UK court ruled in favor of Nigeria. They said P&ID's contract was obtained through trickery and didn't align with public policy. So the $11 billion penalty vanished into thin air. That's all for tonight on Breaking. I'm John Iwodi. Let's do this again next week. Thank you.